Welcome back to Crawlspace Encounters. We got ourselves another one here. It's a nice size crawl door. It's pretty big. Let's see what we got going on. Guys, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. This crawlspace is actually pretty tall. Look at this. Nice. Alright, well, looks like some water intrusion gets in through this side of the house. Pretty muddy. Kind of drying up a little bit. We had some rain recently. Well, this is actually a pretty tall crawl space. A lot of water seems to be getting in here. They're using this area for storage. Great place for storage. See a lot of these condensation watermarks, mineral buildup on the HVAC lines. I could tell that during the summer months or the months yet here to come, that these lines they drip water. Vapor barrier seems pretty old. Been here for a minute. Got ourselves a nice little winter jacket on the water heater. Nice. Nothing like that duct tape sliding right off. It's a nice water heater. Yeah, I mean, whatever you can do to protect this guy, energy cost, seems fairly new. That duct tape's not holding up too well. Humidity might get in the way of that. But looks like, yeah, it looks pretty good. They threw some bricks underneath it, at least kept it a little elevated. Alright, what do we got over here? Yeah, some more water. Look at that. Wow, this is the lowest part of the crawl space. I don't know what that pipe is doing there, but it's not doing much of anything. Here's a friendly little salamander hanging out there. Likes that moisture. So this is the low end of the house. This is where a lot of the water ends up finding its way. You can tell it does take on quite a bit of moisture. Right there, those bottom three bricks right there. That's about as tall as that water gets, probably. Yeah, that's not good. This house is going to definitely require a French drain. So the part of the wall that I'm seeing here is actually the front portion of the house. So towards the front portion of the house, you definitely get some water. You can see the water streak marks right there on the brick. Yeah, this house is actually beautiful. This is a beautiful home. In this neighborhood, you're looking at probably about between the 700,000 and 800,000 in this area. That's a very nice house. Probably ranges about, I don't know, 4,000 square feet. So I'm underneath the front porch. It's a slab porch. Got a bunch of water there, standing. Trying to remember when's the last time it rained. Got a metal pan there for their slab up above on the entry for the entrance of the house. So they put a metal pan there and they pour the concrete. But yeah, this is big. Whatever they're storing there is probably not doing too well with all that moisture. But yeah, and everywhere you look on these foundation walls, definitely looks like some moisture is getting in there. This crawl space is pretty big. I'm gonna have to say it's about 2,000 square feet. Got some mildew buildup from the humidity, all that white powdery mildew. Hey, at least this beam's sitting on the pier. Look, watermarks coming down the vapor barrier, working its way down to the front portion of the house. So as we're going to the backside, I feel like to the backside, we're actually going to the left side of the house if you're facing it from the street. Oh, that's mineral deposit. Man, these lines, I bet you they just drip, drip, drip in the summer. Look at all that water comes in. I bet you this part right here gets a lot of water. It's like a little riverbed. Just worked its way down. Yeah, that's not good for the foundation. I've showed some videos on some of these footers look like when they pour these footers. Some of them are they put a lot of concrete, but some of them there's not a lot. I don't think these inspectors check up after these guys when they're done with every phase of the construction. I don't think so. When I used to frame houses down in Florida, for every nail you drove, you definitely got somebody out here checking you out, getting ready to red tag you. I would think that's how the city made their money. But no, they actually cared. We had hurricanes, we had all kinds of stuff down there. Here we don't get much of anything. So I am at the far end of the house. Once again, more moisture coming into the bricks. Through these blocks over here and also over here by the bricks. A lot of water coming in. Yeah, look at all the wires, like a giant bowl of spaghetti. Just run the wires. All these wires are going underneath the house. That's probably coming right off a breaker box. Look at all that water. Wow. I don't think it's rained in, I'd have to say, maybe, a week? That's not too good. Look at the vapor barrier. See, I every time I say I haven't seen this before, another vapor barrier where you just that's a 6 mil poly, just crumbling. that's kind of rare. You don't see that too much. I've been underneath houses that have had some old poly, but this house really isn't that old. I'd have to say 20 years old, 15, 20 years old. Already has some issues. Look at all that water coming in. Man. I can't wait to shoot a video for when it's actually raining. We'll actually see some water. Standing water right here. Yeah. Wow. So this house wouldn't pass inspection due to the point of that there's water intrusion coming in below the first main level. It's too much. They would have to install an interior French drain system. That's what would be required here. I would require an interior French drain system and definitely a new vapor barrier. This vent's closed right here. I'd start popping these open. I'd keep those open year round. These houses, it might look like there's a lot of vents, but here in South Carolina, it requires one vent per 150 square feet. You have to understand that these houses they have their garages built into them, which they're usually about 20 by 20. Here's another 6 mil poly right here starting to curl. It's going to start doing the same thing. See that moisture underneath the plastic? I mean, it serves the purpose, but when it's intact and it's new and it's not disintegrating in your fingertips, you can see that they are pretty effective. But this Crawlspace just needs a lot more work. Digging a trench inside the Crawlspace, getting some pipe, some gravel, bringing it down to that front portion of the house right there where we just started doing our inspection. Put a well and a pump there, get this water out of here. You can see this is a very large Crawlspace. It would be a costly job with the vapor barrier, seeing what these guys are pricing these things out around here. French drain, electrician cost, vapor barrier, you're going to be up there around about the $10,000 range. Yeah, give or take, depending on who you're hiring. You can do it yourself. Look at this. This is like a little support system they put here. Never put wood on the ground here, especially in this region. Termites find that piece of wood, it's over. It's not pressure treated either. It's one 2x4 right there holding up One I-beam, one floor joist. Looks like a floor joist even cracked. I don't know what's up there. It's just going to hold up one board, but yeah, you definitely don't want to have that laying on bare earth like this. No way. I've seen too many times where subterranean termites are just curious. They're just cruising around, find that piece of wood, and there you go. That's a good way to start an infestation. Bunch of fungus growing on the wood, mildew. Just trying to make a big circle here. It's actually a very nice crawl space if you did have to do any kind of work. But you can see all the water lines. Those are drip marks. Up, little dip. Something left there. Empty can of dip down there. Yeah, this is pretty. If I had to do any work here, that'd be pretty awesome. It's not a belly crawl, what we call it. More of a hands and knees. You can get around, do some work. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, this is perfect. Look at that mineral deposit on this HVAC line right here. All that all drips water. You could actually see the water marks on the old vapor barrier right there. All that was all water drips. All dripping down the whole length of the way. That's when that nice warm air just beats up on that outside of that HVAC line, and it just starts condensating. And as that condensates, it just creates too much humidity in the crawl space, and that's why you end up having all that fungus. This is how water's getting right to the brick right there. So we're looking at the back side of the house right here. That's the back side. More water coming in through the bricks. Not our mineral deposit there. Yeah, this vent's open. This is an HVAC line going up. And looks like they knocked out some of that pier to get this line in there. Yeah, I wonder if anybody's ever told these folks I had some moisture problems. Super important. Why find out when you're trying to sell the house? A buyer, especially, you know, they look at the house on the inside, they fall in love with it, and then these inspections come up. And then I gotta come in here and be the guy who farts on their parade. That looks like they did a lot of sealing of the holes going in and out. That's wonderful. Definitely want to do that. Keep the mice out of there. Here's your HVAC line right here. All your HVAC work. All covered in mildew and fungus and all that. Guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about these videos. I've been putting out quite a bit of them. Look, they've got the HVAC elevated. I like that. At least it's off the ground. Little rust here at the top. That's all obviously going to be from the humidity. But I like it. At least I took it off the ground, and all that mildew. That's a lot of mildew. A lot of mildew. They got to do something about the moisture. You know, I'd go as far as, you know, I wouldn't fail this house for not having an encapsulation done. I'd definitely have them do a French drain and a good vapor barrier, but I'd definitely recommend maybe put in a nice commercial grade dehumidifier. Of course, if you got the extra bucks, encapsulate the whole crawl space. But between the drain and everything, you can, you know, now you're going to get into, you know, $30,000 worth of work. Yeah, I mean, these houses they're fun. That little box right there, that's actually for rodents. That's it chirps. That's one of those chirping things that you hear go off all the time. For to keep the rodents out. I'm not sure if those work or not. They are annoying to be around. That's for sure. All that mildew. Man, none of this wood is pressure treated, man. So this is. Wood destroying fungi is going to destroy this house. All these particles floating around. Guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see ya later.